When I saw the trailers for Equestria Girls 4 Legend of Everfree, I got immediately excited. We were going to a different location, there were fun new characters, and an interesting concept for a villain. But when I finally watched the movie, like with most of the Equestria Girls movies, there was things that I liked, and there were things that I can live without. The story starts off pretty promising. Twilight is having nightmares that the she-demon that she turned into in the movie previous was vowing to return and wreak havoc. Despite that, Twilight joins her friends on a field trip / vacation to Camp Everfree. Some of you might think that might be too unrealistic, but my school had a field trip / vacation to Costa Rica, so anything goes. When they get there, they are greeted by the camp counselor Gloriosa Daisy and her brother Timber Spruce, whom takes a liking to Twilight. Timber also tells the story of Gaia Everfree, an ancient spirit that roams through the forests around the camp. Most of the girls shrug this off as a ghost story, but weird things start happening around the camp, like the girls start getting new powers and other weird oddities. Okay, let's talk about the good stuff. For one, this may be an area that you might disagree with me on. I do enjoy the romance between Timber and Twilight. Why? Because their chemistry is priceless. They banter playfully, they actually talk to each other instead of bumping into each other and blushing like what they did with Flash Sentry.
But did you know that sapphire tent is the best one?
No? Why's that?
Because you're in it.
Oh, I bet you say that to all the campers.
Not true.
Speaking of which, Flash Sentry has a great moment with Sunset Shimmer. Okay, there are several great moments with Sunset Shimmer. It's not just the usual tee-hee ha-ha he's not gonna get the girl, sort of. Trying to come to grips that Twilight not actually be his girlfriend, and rekindling a friendship with his ex-girlfriend. I think this might hit home for a lot of people. There's also a moment with Pinkie Pie that is so goddamn funny, I dare not ruin it for you here. There's also this sort of laid-back tone throughout the whole film. Most of the time you see the girls do camp-related things like building this dock, making floating lanterns, tell scary stories, and that's actually kinda cool once in a while. It's nice to see the main characters given a chance to breathe and do normal things. The film looks very nice. There are a lot of pretty nature shots. But there are a lot of problems that unfortunately harm the movie. For one, there's this greedy businessman that wants to tear down the camp to make a spa. Really? We're doing this cliché? I was waiting for some kind of twist, but nope, it's just there because the story needed more conflict. Fine, but this cliché is so goddamn old. I was hoping to see what kind of villain Gaia Everfree was going to be, but it turns out she isn't real. In fact, the real villain is just a girl turning into a she-demon. Wait, haven't we already seen this with the last movie? I get it, power corrupts, but we just dealt with this girl. What's the point of calling your movie The Legend of Everfree when you botched the legend parts? Overall, Legend of Everfree is a somewhat decent movie, with a lot of good parts, but the problems really bring the whole thing down. If you just want to see the Equestria Girls in a different location, I say go check it out. If not, it's probably worth one viewing. Swear to God that Timber Spruce is an animated version of me. Except I'm white.